Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Some hours ago, Omoyele trended over a lot of things. He was arrested and later released over a lot of things. In the moment, we're going to find out the genesis of it all. And obviously, from all indication, he's still not out of the hook. And little wonder who is behind his arrest. Allegedly mentioned that it's a billionaire of repute actually that has joined horns against Omoyele. But before we go into the news report to find out exactly what is in the radar and what is going on, what has Sowore gotten himself into this time, I must give it to him. He's one activist that is dogged. Honestly, that guy is dogged. Before we go into this, people, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Omoyele again, the Nigerian police force has again invited human rights activist Omoyele over a frivolous petition by a former member of the House of Representatives, that's Nwoko. A team of armed policemen who had laid siege to the entrance of the Court of Appeal had on Thursday arrested Sowore. He was taken to the disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad, the SARS unit, otherwise known as Abator, located at Gusakpe, where he was detained for hours. A police source told Sahara reporters that Nigeria's Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami and Nwoko were unhappy the activist was released. The source also added that the duo has secured a judge to remand Sowore in prison as soon as he honors today's invitation. Ned and the AGF are unhappy that we released him last night. They have secured a judge to remand in prison custody today, the source said. Confirming his invitation on Twitter, Sowore said, I am at Buhari. Kaba members led by Malami are so scared now. They want to take me before a judge and send me to prison so that I won't be able to declare for presidency early next week. We are more than ready. #revolution now. #we can't continue like this. Earlier yesterday morning, a group of well-armed government-sponsored miscreants attacked our contingent, assaulted and stole their phones in the Guda area of Abuja on our way to the Court of Appeal. The case was immediately postponed. The case was immediately reported to the police, but they did nothing about it. It turns out it was part of the bigger plot, as later in the afternoon, a group of well-armed policemen accosted me outside the Court of Appeal's gate in Abuja, arrested me, accusing me of defamation over a report published by Sahara Reporters, a standalone legal entity. After hours of detention, they let me leave. I have just been informed now that they have procured a judge to remand me in prison and in prison custody because they heard I am planning to declare my presidential ambition early next week. I will be bidding out shortly to meet them. I am fully prepared and very convinced that they are irreversibly heading towards self-destruction. #revolution now. We can't continue like this, he also said. Alright, there's one person I know when it comes to activism. I don't know if he's going to be a very wonderful politician, but one thing I know over time with history is that renowned activists, good activists, usually don't make best of presidents. I'm not taking anything away from Omoyele. He's a good guy. Hey, he has been one person who has been fighting for the good of everyone. Let's be real. It doesn't matter where you're from. From all we heard that early part of the week was that he took upon himself, I think, the case of Jeruma. I think the woman who was also remanded in prison over some allegations she had with Regina Daniels, the Nollywood star, Nollywood actress, who's married to a renowned billionaire. And from all indication, and a politician, billionaire and politician, from all indication, it didn't end well, and she was remanded. As Jeroma lady was remanded. As the case moved on, Moyele Sowore took it upon himself to find out what happened and insisted that even if they will go through the process, let it be done properly, they should free Jeroma and other. One thing I give to Moyele Sowore is that if he hears any injustice anywhere, except he doesn't hear it, if he hears it, he will take it upon himself. He will escalate it. He will, raise it up. He will alarm Nigerians. He will let them know what is going on. He will not rest until he raises a crowd that will speak on your behalf. In as much as your hands are clean, I give it to him now. That is a born activist. You don't learn it in school. You see himself. You see Aisha Sowore. That woman, she's a woman, stand alone. I doff my cap for her. Okay, but you just realize from all their, movement, check history. You give it to them. They're bold, they're dogged, they're fearless. And one thing is certain about them: they want something good for the country. And you wouldn't blame them. A lot of things are going wrong in the country. But my challenge has always been: will a good activist make a good politician, make a good leader? More often than not, especially a case study of Comrade Adams Oshomole. A case study of Adams Oshomole showed that activism and political leading sometimes does not go well, because the truth of the matter is, like, you're giving the person power. You're also giving the power to execute. You are giving the power to do everything in one person. Then this absolute power would definitely obviously corrupt absolutely, because this is one person who has the mind to antagonize. So when he sees someone who have that mind to antagonize and he has the authority, he will shut you down, totally shut you down. So sometimes most activists end up becoming tyrants when they get into power, unfortunately. So I do not know if Omoyele Sowore will be the best of Nigerian president, but I do know one thing: he's very good at correcting the ills of the country. I don't know if we'll try our luck in supporting him. That I don't know. But one thing I know is that if he hears anything that has to do with ills, he speaks up. He doesn't care what region you're coming from. He believes we are all one. When you hear the North is bleeding, he was there. And some person says because he's a politician, he wants to tumble the government of the day. That's why I see him everywhere trying to ensure that something happens to show that the country, the states, the government of the day is incompetent. But the truth is, Nigerians are not blind. Nigerians are not deaf. They can hear, they can see, they can talk. Even if they may not be able to talk the way they ought to, but they do definitely know what is not right. And this is not the best of Nigeria, I must say. That's where we're going to wrap it up. I guess he's ready for whatever showdown that will come against him today. We'll keep you updated as soon as more news on Omoyele Sowore comes out. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Do have